Your passion is irrelevant, and here's why.
Hey Pete, turn me up some. Yeah, there we go. Yo. Gotta get your brain right if you're trying to make $1 million. If you ain't gonna do it for yourself, then do it for your mama. Only stay surrounded by them people if you know they solid. Elevate your hustle up today to double up your profit. Trying to learn some game, Xavier gon' talk about it. No Deanna, speak that shit that everybody vouching. Ain't no more excuses valid. Get up off the couch and get up in your bag. To your bank account, need an accountant.
What's good, y'all? It's Xavier Miller, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. I'm back with another video. And before we start this video, could all you guys subscribe? If you're not subscribed already, subscribe and like. Please, I really appreciate that. If you could like the channel and also leave a comment, whether you disagree or agree with what I'm about to say, leave a comment. And more importantly, I think everybody should share this with anybody, man, that you think need this, because this is a very important message that I'm about to get into today. And let's get right into it. So today I'm talking about why your passion is non-important, particularly if you're broke. And the reason I'm making this video is, and a lot of this is going to be geared towards men specifically, because this is something that I see with men a lot these days. It also goes to women too, but I know a lot of it I want to address men specifically for the moment really quickly. So a common thing I see, and this is like people DM me this all the time. Like I get this question asked, man, probably like 10 times a week. I always get a DM of, hey, Zay, I'm struggling to figure out what my passion is. I don't know what I'm passionate about. I don't know what my purpose is. I'm trying to figure it in life. I don't know what to do. I feel like I'm stagnant. And then when I give them my response, a lot of them are taken back. They're like, whoa, I wasn't expecting it. And something I always say is, I tell them, I'm like, just to be honest, giving my opinion, your passion is irrelevant. It doesn't matter right now. You broke. You don't need to be worried about passion at all. You need to be focused on how can you make some money. And the reason I tell people this is because let's say this. First of all, I want to say this. I'm speaking from experience. I know firsthand that if you, especially while you're younger, if you could just focus on getting money, getting a boatload. I hate to use the term chase a bag, but really trying to get your finances straight, you could worry about your purpose, passion, or you can worry about your passion later. You can figure out your passion, purpose, all that later. And like I said, I know this from experience because, like you guys know, you guys that's been in tune with me, I was in the military for 6 years, and I didn't join because it was something that I was passionate about or something that I felt like it was my purpose. I joined because I knew I could use it as a stepping stone and get to where I wanted to go to, and I could figure out what I was passionate about on the journey. Like I had no idea what I was passionate about. Like I tell people this all the time. I literally just figured out like what I was like passionate about maybe like 2 years ago, and I realized that was like I'm passionate about my podcast. I'm passionate about building business. I'm passionate about helping people make money. Like I feel like at this point in my life, that's what my purpose is as well. It's like I always talking about building an affluent family. I feel like that's my purpose, along with those other things I said. But like I said, I didn't figure those things out when I was broke. I figured those things out throughout the journey. Like if I didn't take those sacrifices and go to the military and work my ass off and get to a point where I became financially stable, like my passion like I said, it would have been irrelevant because I would have had no time to do it anyway. Like I tweeted yesterday, I said, I made a tweet and I'm trying to find it really quick. But I said, your passion, you don't need to, hold on, let me get it verbatim so I'm not paraphrasing, excuse me. But I said, you can figure out your passion and purpose later. Get the bag first so when you do figure it out, you can do it freely with no time constraints. What's the point of having passion if you have no time to do it? And something that really made me want to make this video is, like I said, as well as the DMs I get, but I know a lot of people back home that I'll have conversations with, and they'll be down bad, and I might say like, man, you just need to get a job for the time being. I know people kind of dog in this weird area we in, people kind of talk down on jobs like it's a bad thing, but specifically as a man, you need to do what you need to do, man, because nobody is going to come to save you. As men, nobody's coming to save us. And what I mean by that is, like, as a woman, if you got your stuff together, you can always find a guy that's willing to take care of you. I'm not saying you going to get it, because most don't get it. Most don't get taken care of by a dude. But I'm saying it's an option. As far as a man, that's never an option. Nobody's coming to take care of us. So you always have to do what you need to do so you can do what you want to do later on. And that's the sacrifice you got to be willing to take. Like, I know people back home, and I graduated high school 10 years ago. This year made 10 years. And I know people back home that still have hoop dreams, that still have NFL dreams or rap dreams and stuff like that. And you can't even tell them, like, bro, that's not it. Because society has fooled people into thinking if you're not passionate about it, if you don't love it, you shouldn't do it. Only do what you love. And that's completely BS. Like it's completely BS, man. And some of y'all may not ever heard this message before, but I'm here to tell you that's completely BS, man. You wasting time. I don't want to say you wasting. Okay, I'll say it like this. You are wasting time, man. If you only following your passion and it's something that's not lucrative at all, and you just feel like one day it's going to become lucrative, you wasting time. And the biggest advantage you have in your youth is your time, man. Like, just imagine, I'm 27 now. Just imagine if I chased my passion for these past 6-7 years, it was never lucrative. Now I'm 27. I'm like, man, you know what? I'm going to get a job. And you know what I'm saying? I'm 6-7 years behind. It would take me until I'm like 35 to get to where I'm at right now. I'm where I'm at right now with time freedom and all that stuff because I sacrificed and I said, F my passion. I'm going to do what I need to do right now so I can do my passion, figure out my purpose later on. And I always tell people, when people ask me, they don't know their purpose, I say, you don't need to know your purpose right now. It's not important. As long as you building money, becoming financially, getting some financial stability, you will figure out your purpose eventually. And when the dope part about that is once you figure it out, you will be able to do it at the utmost because you'll have time freedom on your side. That's the dope thing. Like, so many people, just being honest, most people don't figure out their purpose until their 30s, right? But what happens is when they figure it out, due to them BSing, they're not even able to do it. When they figure out, like, man, this is my purpose, they can't even do it because they don't have the time freedom to do so. So this is why I say your passion is completely irrelevant. Specifically, man, I can't say this enough. Specifically to us men, like, you can't play around, you can't joke around, because there's nobody. I promise you, bro, ain't nobody coming to save you. You got to get out here. You got to sacrifice. You got to get this money, and eventually you could get to those things. Like I said, man, I'm only 27 years old, and I have time freedom, man. Like, somebody asked me the other day, they said, what's your daily routine? What time do you wake up in the morning? And I told them I wake up whenever I want to wake up. You know what I'm saying? Whenever I feel like getting up in the day, that's when I get up. If I was out late, you know what I'm saying, might have been kicking it or something, and I come home 4 o'clock in the morning, I might get up at 12, you know what I'm saying? Or I might, on a lot of days, I wake up at 8, 7 o'clock. So but my point is, if I didn't make those sacrifices and I still was having to grind it out and work a job that I hate, going to that right now, I wouldn't be able to do that. I would have to wake up at a set time every single day, and more than likely it would be very, very early in the morning, like 6:30, you know what I'm saying, 7 o'clock-ish. And there's nothing wrong with that. But the point I'm trying to stress is it's important to do that early on in life so you don't have to do it later. That's the thing. Like, you don't want to have to do these things later in life, because eventually, specifically men, we all get to the point where we have children, we have families. And as men, I'm pretty sure most of us want to spend as much time as possible as we could with our children, as much as we could with our wives, spouses, whatever the case may be. And that's going to be very difficult to do if you didn't handle business early on and you just were so worried about passion, all this. And like I said, I'm gonna say it one more time. Following your passion, specifically when you broke, is BS, and it's very foolish. It's very foolish to do, man. You gotta get on your grind. And I don't want to sound cliches, but like I said, we gotta get this money, man. We men, we don't have nobody to depend on. Ain't nobody coming to save us. We gotta get this money. Like, we gotta get this money. That should be, if you like, F your passion, F your purpose right now, your whole mindset and target should be, I gotta get this money. I gotta get this money. Whatever you gotta do. And I'm gonna say this legally too. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna advise anybody to move out here and do anything illegal. So legally, you need to figure out how am I gonna get this money so I can do what I want when I want later in life. And it's like I said, it's better to take this approach early on. Cause I know people right now back home that's figuring it out now at 30. They're 30 years old and they saying, man, I messed up just trying to make it to the league, trying to become a rapper, trying to do this, trying to do that, what I'm passionate about. Now, you know what? I'm gonna go get a job. I'm gonna go work at the Amazon warehouse at 30 years old. And some of them already had kids. So imagine how long it's gonna take them to get that financial stability. On the other hand, if you was on that 21 and you did whatever you needed to do and you worked your ass out, you will have financial stability by the time like you're 25. So you'll be 10 years ahead of your peers just because you took the right approach, man. So that's the main thing I want to stress on this, episode, on this video is the society has really fooled many of us into thinking if you don't love it, don't do it. And like I said, that's BS, man. And I'm living, like I said in the beginning, I'm living proof, man. I know it's BS because I'm living proof. I get to do what I want to do now because I did what I didn't want to do years ago. And I don't never have to do it again because I took advantage of that. I treated my money right. I did the right things with my money. And like I said, I'm 27 with time freedom. And time freedom is the most important thing. It's nothing more important than time freedom. Like, nothing more important than time freedom. And I'm 27 with time freedom, man. And there's people younger than me with time freedom because they even did it earlier than I did. So, like, and they didn't get there following their passions. They got there figuring out what's going to make me money, what's going to make me the most money as quickly as possible so I can get my time freedom. F the passion. Like, that's why I say in the title, your passion does not matter. You need to get that in here. It does not matter. It doesn't matter until you up to a point financially where until you could do whatever the hell you want. Then you figure out your passion. You can do it, be able to do it as much as you want. Like imagine, prime example, right? Let's say, imagine you love to play video games, whoever you is watching this video, or you love basketball, right? You love basketball. That's the thing you're most passionate about. And like, you would do it for free for the rest of your life. And that's cool, but how are you gonna do it as much as you want if you gotta work 5, 6, 7 days a week working something you hate? So doesn't it make the most sense to say, you know what, I'm gonna make a whole bunch of money wherever I figure out this lane is so I can play as much ball as I want later on. You know what I'm saying? Doesn't that make the most sense? Like I said, I'm passionate about my podcast. There's no way possible I would be able to enjoy my podcast as much as I am and make episodes as frequently as I do if I didn't have the time freedom to do it. It would have been possible. If I had a job working 5, 6, 7 days a week, there's no way I would be able to schedule guests, record, edit, post. You know what I'm saying? It would be too much work. There's no way I can do that working 10, 12 hours a day, 5, 6 days a week. It would have been impossible. That's why, like I said, I'm getting redundant at this point, but that's why, again, your passion is irrelevant, man. Get this money. Like I said, get this money. And this, like I said I'm going to address men a lot, but this goes to women too. You got to get this money. We can't sit around and expect anybody to save us. Another thing is to get to this point that I'm talking about F your passion and all that. To get to this point and to find financial stability, you have to move throughout life with a target. And what I mean by that is, like I said, I was in the military. There's nothing I was passionate about. But I knew I had a target, I had an end goal, something that could keep me disciplined and looking forward to tomorrow. So I know, like, all right, today is gonna suck at work. Tomorrow is gonna suck at work. For the next year, it's gonna suck at work. But I know 2 years from now, 3 years from now, I got something to look forward to. And the time is gonna fly by anyway. So when people say like, man, I don't wanna do that for years and 2 years, 3 years, what do you mean? It's going to go back whether you actually do that or not. That 2, 3 years is going to fly by anyway. So doesn't it make the most sense to do something that's going to actually be beneficial? And by the time that time flies by, you're in a better position than you was before. So you have to have a target, like whatever that it is. Like just because my target was my target doesn't mean it have to be your target. Whatever that is fitting for you, whatever you want to do for your future, you have to say, all right, this is my target. this is what I'm working towards to. What I'm working towards, and what's gonna get me there. What avenues can I take that's gonna get me there? Because if you don't have a target, I'm gonna tell you what's exactly gonna happen in life. When you see people out here in life that's stagnant, they don't have any money, they not moving and shaking out here, that is strictly because they didn't have a target in life. They just moving throughout life aimlessly, and you end up somewhere not knowing how the hell you got in this position, not knowing how the hell, damn, I still can't pay my bills on time. I'm still living check to check. I still can't travel. You'd be like, how did this happen? It happened because you was moving through life aimlessly with no target. You have to make something to look forward to, because this is another thing where like passion and all that is not important. You need to be more focused on discipline, because the target that's what's going to help you stay disciplined. Like passion, that's a fleeting feeling. One day you'll be passionate, tomorrow you may not be passionate. Who knows? It's fleeting. It's always something. You might find passion in something new. Then the next week it comes something else. That's why you need to be disciplined, because discipline is it's sustainable. It's like, whether I like this or not, I'm still gonna do what needs to be done because I'm disciplined. And I know what's gonna come at the end of this. So you can't worry about motivation and passion and stuff like that. Like I said, I know I'm saying it over and over again, but I really want this to get in your head, specifically the younger man that's listening. Even if you older, man, but I want y'all to understand this, man, because the biggest advantage you have is your time, and I promise you get this message at 18 years old. You do what you got. You do what you need to be. You do what needs to be done. You will be way ahead of me at this age. I figured it out at like 19, 20 as well, but I was BSing for a couple of years. I didn't really get my stuff together till about 23 years old. It's still early, but it's not as early as it should have been. So I'm saying all this so this message could get to some 19, 18-year-old, and they start right now. By the time they're 25, they could be up damn near a millionaire just because they've been handling business, man. So to get to this point, and wrapping up, I'll say, focus on being disciplined, man. And how you build discipline it's like becoming a machine. You do the same thing every day. You create a routine and you do it every day. And what you did yesterday has nothing to do with today. That's the thing about discipline. You can never get to a point where you rest on your laurels. You say, you know what? I'm gonna sit back and chill. I got my discipline down pack. I'm disciplined. I'm good now. No, that's how you get setbacks. Every day, it's a new challenge. Every day you gotta wake up and say, okay, yesterday I won. I completed all my tasks. I get up. I exercise. I handle business. Tomorrow you have to do it again. It's not about it, can you do it once or twice? It's can you do it again and again and single. It's a lifelong journey. You have to do it again every day until you die, or every day until you get to a point where you know you have complete time freedom and you like, I got things on autopilot. I got things on chill. I'm good. I'm up. Whether I get up every day and make moves or not, I'm gonna still make money. And not just that. That's where the point. That's the point where I'm at with my life right now. Like I just made a video the other day, 2 days ago, talking about how I made, was that Thursday or Friday? I made $20,000 in a day. And this is not to brag or boast or nothing, because just a couple years ago, it would have took me 4 or 5 months to make $20,000, and I made that in one day. So that's why I said earlier in the video, nowadays I get up whatever time I want to get up. If it's 7 o'clock, 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock, I get up whenever the hell I want to, and it's not because I'm on some arrogant BS, it's because I can afford to. Whether I get up or not, I'm still going to make money, but that would have been impossible to happen if I didn't do what needs to be done, and I was just so worried about my passion or trying to make it to the damn NBA. Like, man, I'm 5'10", man. And I'm 27. I would be a damn fool if I was still trying to get to the NBA at 5'10" at 27 years old, but that's common in these days, specifically with men, just because, like I said earlier, society has told us, if you don't love it, don't do it. If you don't love it, don't do it. Follow your passion. Follow your passion. The money will come. Follow your passion. And that's completely BS, man. What if your passion is something that's not even a market where money is being made? You know what I'm saying? You still think money's going to come from that? That's why I keep telling y'all, get this money, get this money, get this money, get this money. Get that in your head. If the message is anything from this video, the message is get this money. Get this money. And the time freedom, everything you want, is going to come. I promise you. And your passion is going to come. You're going to figure out your purpose on the way. All those things, man. Like I said, I just figured out my purpose, man. Like I said, I got a foundation, and we help people like at least once or twice a year. Like, I feel like that's my purpose now. But I wouldn't been able to help people because a lot of the stuff comes from our dollars, our donors' dollars. I wouldn't be able to do this if I didn't do what I needed. I'm not gonna keep saying the same thing, man. Like, and I'm gonna wrap up, and I'll just say this: for y'all who not following me, y'all can follow me on all platforms at Xavier C. Miller. I'm dropping a new podcast today. I'm gonna put the link in the description. It's a episode of my guy Josh and B. They talking about stock investing. We talking about the new platform they built called 200K. I'm gonna put that in the description. Definitely tap into that, man. And tune in to all the things I got going on, man. I'm gonna keep dropping videos. I got some dope things coming out. I got a crypto guide coming out for all the people that's interested in how to get started in crypto for beginners. I got a lot of things coming. And like I said in the beginning, share this video with any person that need it, young man, young woman, older man, older woman, whoever need it, and like and subscribe the video. That's all I got for y'all. Appreciate y'all tuning in. Peace.